I'm in a country hidden deep in the Himalayas, one that few travelers ever get the chance to visit. You can just book a last-minute flight here. In fact, it's one of the most exclusive and carefully protected destinations in all of Asia. Here in Bhutan, tourism is limited by design not to keep people out, but to keep their culture, nature, and way of life intact. For centuries, Bhutan remained isolated from the rest of the world, but today it quietly opens its door with a gentle soul and an ancient heartbeat that still echoes through its valleys and temples. But take note, visiting Bhutan isn't cheap. You're required to pay a sustainable fee at least $100 a day, and now it's considered one of the most expensive countries to travel in Asia, but the fee goes towards something beautiful.
If you don't come to Bhutan yourself and experience it with the local people here, you'll not understand about Bhutan.
Join me as I spend 7 days in Bhutan, immersing in their culture, hiking through serene valleys, tasting spicy local dishes, meeting kind-hearted locals, and discovering why this peaceful Himalayan kingdom is unlike anywhere else in the world.
Welcome to Kingdom of Bhutan!
After trekking in Nepal, I boarded a flight to Bhutan's only international airport. Just an hour away, yet the journey felt like a privilege. From the left side of the plane, the captain pointed out the Himalayan giants, including the crown jewel, Mount Everest. If you're flying from Kathmandu going to Paro, the best way is to sit on the left side of the plane. Paro Airport is considered one of the most dangerous airports to land in, nestled deep within the mountains at 2,200 meters above sea level. Because of that, only a handful of pilots in the world are certified to land here. As we touched down safely, everyone in the cabin burst into applause. I had finally arrived.
It's finally touchdown Bhutan! After arriving from the plane, you can really see the architecture now. And we're surrounded already by the forest. Kasama ko si Carolyn. Excited ka na ba? Of course.
You can book with Druk Air or Bhutan Airlines. And once I arrived here, the architecture itself looked like a welcome, intricately Bhutanese, warm and timeless. We were met by our local guide, Kesang.
What's the hello in Bhutan?
It's Kuzu Zangpola.
Kuzu Zangpola.
Yes.
And your name is
Kesang.
Kesang?
Kuzu Zangpola.
Kuzu Zangpola. Yes, welcome to
A guided tour is mandatory before obtaining a visa, and I had arranged everything through bridge to Bhutan. On our way to Thimpu, we stopped at the suspension bridge.
From the airport, we're just taking a 1-hour ride going to the capital city, but we're passing by first Paro Monastery, where it is founded by great Dr. Pamtso Hotel. So we're gonna find out what's in here. So yeah, apparently this Arrow Bridge is very historical here because the Master Yoga built this himself. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme.
In the corner, they're like a...
Yeah, we just passed by this road. So this road is going to India, but we're not going. It's just 4 hours away going to India.
Bhutan borders China and India, and many Indian tourists take the overland route. Bhutan is the only country in the world that absorbs more carbon than it emits. That's why it's called carbon negative. Nearly 70% of its land is covered in forests, and that's not by accident. It's protected by law. You actually feel it in the air, crisp, cool, untouched. We continued to Thimpu, the capital, and surprisingly, this is the only capital city in the world without a single traffic light. What I've noticed is most Bhutanese still wear traditional attire every day. It's not for show, it's part of their identity. Whether heading to the office, school, or a monastery, national dress is mandatory.
Yeah, so I arrived in the capital city of Bhutan, Thimpu, and behind me you can see the guide, and he's been standing here for a long time just doing this job. And unlike any other cities, you will see lots of traffic lights, city noise, but here it's so quiet and you won't see any stoplight. And apparently this is the only capital city without any traffic lights, and it's so laid back here. You will see lots of people walking with their national costume.
Despite being a capital, Thimpu feels like a village, surrounded by rice fields, forests, and the occasional royal residence. There is no honking, no rush, only peace. On our way to Thimpu, Kesang shared something I'd only read about before: gross national happiness. In Bhutan, progress isn't measured solely by economic growth but by the well-being of the people. By law, buildings are limited to 6 stories, skyscrapers, no flashy malls. Some areas remain untouched, with forests and trees preserved exactly as they've been for centuries. The country is a constitutional monarchy, and the love for the king runs deep. His portrait is everywhere, in homes, shops, and temples, not out of obligation but genuine respect. Kesang told us that when the royal prince was born, the country planted 50,000 trees as a symbol of growth and hope. When it comes with the sustainable development fee, tourist pay isn't just a way to limit visitor numbers. It directly funds free healthcare, free education, and environmental conservation throughout Bhutan. Bhutan isn't just carbon negative, it's soul positive. There's no rush here, no chaos, just quiet contentment.
Yeah, it's kind of bad weather right now. Yeah, after we had lunch, we just passed by this largest Buddhist monastery here in Bhutan. So we went inside earlier and Kusang, our guide, explained that this Buddhist monastery is actually a gift from a Singaporean to the king, and they built it. I haven't seen a big sitting Buddha like this.
Inside the monasteries, filming isn't allowed, but it was humbling to witness Buddhist devotion firsthand. On the way to local market, Kesang pointed out that buildings here follow strict architectural codes, even roof colors distinguish government offices from private homes.
So I'm in the largest public market here in Bhutan, and we're gonna tour around.
These cheese are special cheese. It's all like you can see the fungus around. These actually they keep it for around 6 to
Local.
local.
Well, you have different chili.
This is harder one. This is cheaper.
I saw dozens of varieties of chili and cheese staples of Bhutanese cuisine.
This tastes better. It's not very spicy, but tastes better. Food, because we eat the dry one, so we put it in here. The green chili, we boil them once in the water.
I've never seen a yellow chili.
Yeah.
Bad weather altered our plans, so we rested at Pamtso Hotel.
Just gonna have dinner, take a rest for a while. Day 1 in Bhutan, it's really amazing. It's really different what you've seen on social media and the actual when you're already here, because I think Bhutan is the country that you should actually experience it by yourself, feel every part of it. Now I understand why they sustain the culture, why they limit the tourists here. I can't wait to explore it more. Even we're in the capital right now, we're surrounded by forests.
There we met the owner who also cooked us dinner. I was surprised how close the flavor felt to Filipino dishes. She served something like adobo, I think it's called chesa, which reminded me of adobo. It had been a while since something felt that comforting. It felt like
Mushroom
home.
cheese. Of course, momo. Yes. Let's try it again. Chasa is our version of kind of like adobo in the Philippines. So.
The next morning, we had a peaceful breakfast in their nature-inspired cafe and said goodbye. We drove 45 minutes to Dochula Pass, a sacred highland spot known for panoramic view of the Himalayas. If the weather allows, you might even glimpse Bhutan's highest unclimbed peak. Bhutan's tallest mountain, Gangtey-Phobjika, remains the highest unclimbed peak in the world.
This is all the Himalayas. So see, it's all covered up now. We were so quick to see one of this. So you can see Mount Gangtey-Phobjika, Mount Chichudrake, and all these Himalayan ranges. So they are covered with snow. It's almost 7,500 meters, not exactly. And the reason for calling this place Dochula also has a reason. It was popularly known as Docho. La means a pass. Dochula, La means a pass. Pass between Thimpu and Punakha. So we have a lot of different passes. So each pass, higher pass, we actually named them. And then, you know, in olden days, we have stories about evil actually possessing on this area and, you know, terrorizing the people. So to prevent them, we built one stupa on this. So it's preventing people from accidents or misfortunes and all. So this is the cave our queen have actually made for people, so they can come. They bring their own thing. They sit here put their text here, and then they do the chanting. The actual cave that you see where the master meditate are not like this. They make a small wooden, or they would just make it like the bird nest.
They built a cave here for people who wants to meditate.
I hear the sound.
So that's the Dochula Pass, and they built many caves here for meditation. And apparently you can book bird watching. I saw some people.
Next, we headed to Punakha Valley, greener, warmer, and quieter.
She's the horse here.
Yeah.
She's the owner. And this is the pop rice that we tried yesterday. So I'll just let me put a little bit. I will use it. Yeah, it's made from a white flour, wheat flour. That's emadati. So that's the delicacy of Bhutan. Now you have to try this small cheese. Oh, go with slow. It's small, okay? With rice.
Yeah, it's my favorite now. Chesa. Yeah.
means like that.
Lunch was served at a small farm run by a local family. Everything was organic, with multiple side dishes and of course, datshi.
We don't use sugar at all.
Along the way, Kesang told us the story behind Bhutan's famous phallic symbols, which can be seen painted on homes throughout the villages. It's not vulgar, it's spiritual and cultural, associated with the divine madman, a revered monk known for his unorthodox teachings.
Some of them have the eyes on it. Eyes is for getting rid of the evil eye. It's just how the people are now being very creative with, colorful thing. So they're trying to do it. So in Bhutan, you will not see a person like taking this as a sexual thing and using it for their satisfaction. They're just solely for keeping it on the door or for a place where, the evil thing can be
We
protected.
visited Chimi, Lakhang, the fertility temple dedicated to him. There's just few meters walk to go up.
We'll go inside, make the prayer, carry the big phallus, the wooden phallus, and make round of this temple 3 times. And there are cases about women not conceiving even after 10-15 years of marriage, and then doctor actually giving them all the documents that they will never be fertile, but after coming here they actually got
After that,
fertile.
we entered Punakha Dzong, arguably one of Bhutan's most stunning fortresses. Built in 1637, Punakha Dzong, where all Bhutanese kings have been crowned. It's also where the royal wedding was held in 2011. Perched at the confluence of 2 rivers, its wooden bridges and golden rooftops took my breath away. There is where kings are crowned and monks live, study, and pray.
This whole area is the government official for Punakha. So any, like land record, census, like childbirth, education, loan, everything, they actually do the work here. So this is for the official work, and this is called as the Ute, the central tower. So central tower is the one dividing the 2 sections. So this section for administrative work, all official work.
Wow. So this will be my room for the next 3 nights. Look at this. We have a view of the river. Yeah, and if you want slow day, I think this is the perfect place to stay. Punakha. We're staying here. It's by the river. Look at this.
We stayed overnight before continuing to Phobjika Valley, a 2.5-hour drive through scenic protected terrain. Along the way, I spotted the rare gray langur, a silver-colored monkey found in high mountain forests. It's so nice to see it. We arrived at 3,000 meters. It's higher than the height of Mount Apo.
So this is called the Dochula Pass, and growing here, it's a Gangtey Valley, and in the Gangtey Valley, we actually call it as the Valley of the Black-necked Crane. black neck crane.
Neck crane.
It's a bird, migratory bird. So they come here during the winter, and then when it's getting warmer here, they fly back to Tibet. They actually counted around 700 cranes. In 2021, they found another sick bird, and it was a female juvenile bird, and they brought it here.
We walked through pine forests and meadows and started the Gangtey-Phobjika Nature Trail. We're currently trekking Gangtey-Phobjika. Even the rain can stop us. Wow, the forest. So those are potatoes, right? Felt like we had the entire forest to ourselves. No crowds, no noise, just the sound of our footsteps rustling, trees and occasional birds. The trail itself wasn't difficult, no crazy elevation or scrambling, just a gentle walk through pine forests and open meadows wrapped in mist. We went to one of the monasteries here in Phobjika to check it out, and I also tried their traditional attire, and it feels like I'm Princess and I. This Filipino series is shot here in Bhutan.
And 4, and 1, 2, 3.
Spent the night in a peaceful river lounge. Though rafting was an option, I chose to rest and soak in the moment. The next morning, we trek again, this time ending at a small monastery. We just had lunch by the river, and I asked Kesang about the status of women here.
Now we are given equal opportunity as the men, so it's not like, women are down low, but a lot of opportunity are still given to men. But then the good thing about the inheritance is, especially in the Western region, the property or everything, it's handed down from their parents to the daughter. And then also, the women actually do not go to men's house.
Yeah.
The men are.
It's opposite.
They marry and they come to the woman's house.
This happening right now, it's just happening just like a normal day.
They actually had a match among their own community. The beetle nut.
Try dancing with them even though I'm not a good dancer. Instead of visiting the nunnery here in Punakha, we passed by this village. So locals are gathering here playing archery, their national sport. It's because you can also see people dancing around. And yeah, they're playing for 145 meters. It's so far to watch, and it's nice to see people wearing their national outfit.
We went back to Thimpu to rest for another night.
Because we want tourists. That's why we are in the business. That's why country allows tourists to come in. At the same time, we don't want to be overwhelmed by when you come across locals. Everybody's excited to see you.
Yeah.
Nobody's jaded.
Yeah.
Right?
Hello.
Mama, how are you?
Very good. How to show? Magic.
So nice.
Yeah. Everything is.
One sleeping is good. Good
Yeah.
Good for
Fort. Aray ba amoy ah?
Yeah, just drink the water when you get there. And actually you have to do the refilling of it and then drink it. And they give it in the temperature.
you don't want to.
Yeah, this is where they're cooking the ara.
They put a
Wow!
Don't hit
Careful,
the other
guys.
people around. Be
I'm
careful.
clumsy.
Wait, okay, the second one. Oh yeah, that's how you shoot. Okay, one more. Not bad.
Teach me. You're strong. You're strong.
And Jill have to do this round and round as a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They're
how
stronger.
they have a. Okay, wait. All you have to do is just, and baby, no, you don't break it, but
What did you say?
I think it's from Bhutan.
Bhutan? Nga Paro pi. Nga Paro pi. What?
Do you know our language, Zonka?
What? No. What
no,
is
you
Zonka?
know, few, speak.
It's our language.
Yeah.
Do the breathing, whatever you know.
No, he's guy. Boo. Salamat. Say salamat. Salamat. What is your goal in your life?
To be funny.
To be funny. Make a joke. Make a joke.
I think my pants.
After spending a week here, I realized happiness in Bhutan isn't loud or showy. It's quiet, intentional, and deeply rooted in daily life. It's in the way people greet each other with warmth, in the unhurried pace of conversations, in the untouched forest they've chosen not to cut down. There might be no skyscrapers here, no mega malls, buildings are limited to 6 stories, and even those follow strict traditional designs, some valleys remain completely untouched. Just mountains, prayer flags, and silence. Bhutan may not be perfect, but in a world constantly pushing for more, Bhutan dares to ask, what if enough is actually better? And that question has stayed with me long after I left.
Yeah, I just arrived to our homestay for tonight. We'll be staying here.